fears at night. Oh, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. La 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 la, oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Oh no, empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Oh no, empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Crown Championship. And today on the table we have two of the famous teams out there, which we see in so many tournaments, and they have made a
Time
name
to
for
drop
themselves. It is
because
none other
the
than
game is
ET
banned.
versus Zohan, and they will be duking it out in the best
Since
of
one
three
team is
today
banned.
night. And on the casting desk, it is me, Asuya, joined in by Zevo. So, hi there, Zevo.
Hello, Asuya. I'm very excited when I heard that ET and Zohanti were facing against each other. And both the teams they are quite good and they have quite earned quite their names in this tournament community. So I'm like really excited to how their matches will be going since it's a best of three. It might just be a roller coaster.
Always on the
But
way.
again, for
One
now,
team is banning.
heading on to the drafting phase, we do have the Joy and Matilda and also Hayabusa getting banned out. So, what kind of bans are you expecting from both the teams?
Well, we will be for sure seeing those standard bans, and of course, Joy, Matala, just like you said, the Hayabusa assassin bans happening all over because they have a lot of burst potential, a lot of mobility, and if these two assassins are picked up, you really need one specific hero to hold them down. Maybe a Joe, maybe a Belric or even a Franco works out, but yeah, you really need something which can
Magic is
give
not
some amount of
allowed.
CC
One
to take
team
them
is
down, or else
banned.
they will be a menace. And with that, of course, Matala, being the utility pick she is, with a lot of heals, shields, and the mobility the guiding wind provides, she's kind of a permanent ban. And ET banning out a Harith. So many other options are open. But I think Zewo, will it be a gold lane ban? Since Erythel is open, but now it will be a
Your
Lucas.
team is
And now
banned.
the first pick in the hands of ET. What do you think, Zewo?
Butterflies born by the
I
heart
was kind of
guided
expecting
by
that
lanterns
Zushin to
light.
be picked out, but there's other choices as well. There's Granger, but again, he has Irithel for the counter. So going for the mage pick, and that was the Zushin, is kind of a great pick, I would say, because she has the ability to displace you and disrupt your team formation with her lantern flare. So I it's a really wise pick coming in. And again, for the side of Zohan, they will be going for that Hilda and alongside Granger. So another great picks coming in from this side as well. So the question is, will ET go for that Irithel before she gets banned?
Well, yes, we have the same question here, but I do see Art going in for some aggressive early game aggro. Makes sense since they did, manage to get up bid on the Zushin, one of his signature picks, and he loves to pick the Zushin. And of course, just like you mentioned, this mage right from level 1 has a lot of CC, has a lot of potential to give you that early game snowball which your team really needs. And right now, all the three picks coming from the side of Team ET are really good because there are Moon and an Alpha. One of those picks which can contend in the early pretty good. The farming speed, the sustain, the damage, and complemented by art on the Kadut Kacha. The taunt is enough to take some early game kills. And with that, what do you think since Irithel has been banned out, just like Zevo said, will there be what's that, I really forgot the name of that jungler Zevo. Will he be banned? So yo.
Oh yes, so I feel like Zohan won't risk going for that Suyu because ET they already have Alpha on their side, so I feel like they'll go for something else. But again, okay, a Martis ban, quite rare, but also not that common. Quite interesting, and again, Tigra getting banned out. Okay, quite interesting because Gatkata he is a flex pick, so I guess it's for them it's better safe than sorry ban, I guess.
True, and with that, when the Marty was banned out, I just noticed that Sohan has Dusty Mizo, one of the best, goat junglers of the time. So yeah, I think he is pretty good with the Martis pick, and that's why the ban is there. And unlike the Seo, it's like two junglers have been banned out. Now so Hunt, what will they go for? The jungler pick is up there, but they really need something which can contend with the early game aggro, which will be coming from the side of Team ET. Then again, they do have a Hilla, the queen of the early, which herself would be, trying to go in, trying to invade, trying to displace some farm from the side of Team ET. But right now, we're seeing Dusty Mizo just picking up on an EXP, and here it goes. It will be a CC, one of the best picks in the EXP right now, can solo most of the fighters.
I agree. And the CC against a Gatotkacha, we do see that Gatotkacha is on art, so it might be a wrong Gatot. But again, she is really good right now because she is dealing that damage based on HP, and it's just with just one attack item and other defense, she can just go for she can just melt anyone which comes in her way. So another solid pick coming in from Zohan right there. And again, the Khalid, yep. He's also a flex pick, the EXP. He can go for the EXP or the roam because he has his mobility, so rotating around the map would be quite a piece of cake for him. And again, a Bruno against a Granger. Now this will be interesting.
True, Bruno did get a lot of nerfs, and his damage isn't enough. Really need to wait it out till the late game. He gets those equipments up. Meanwhile, Granger, pretty good right from the beginning. Can just need, even have the late game potential with the amount of stacks he would be getting with those minions. Then again, both the drafts are set up. Both the drafts are looking really good. I really love how eliminators have gone in. Like four members have the early game aggro. Meanwhile, Zuhan has done the same thing. They have a Hilla for the support. They have Vexana has a lot of damage potential. It's a lot of early game lane clearing. So yeah, I think the rotations will be pretty fast. At the same time, I think picking up the Fredrin was the wisest choice right there because of course he is one of those tanky junglers who can, you know, sustain the assault which will be coming in from side of eliminators. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, here we are into the land of Dawn. This is the best of three between Team Eliminators on the blue side against Team Zohunt on the red. Let's just see how it goes. So, Sebo, which draft do you like more?
I feel like I kind of prefer the draft of Team Eliminators right now. Even if Team Zone they have the Fredrin, we still Alpha is still his counter, and he can melt Fredrin with just maybe in the early phases of the game. And Fredrin he kind of scales from mid to he kind of starts getting that sustainability from around the mid part. So I guess if they do go for the early game aggression, then they can pick up on the lead and will be able to pressurize Zohan till and let them get a little bit of a handicap there.
I'm sure, but look at the EXP lane already. The Queen just showing how good her potential is, but there is a gang coming in. Okay,
Yep,
nothing.
but that won't be for long because they would not want to commit that much in the early phases of the game, and the turtle will be spawning in 30 seconds, and they would just want to focus on that farm. But again, Frederick will be charging in for Zushin. The flicker will be baited out, but looking at Khalid as well, he is quite low. The legend flare from Zushin is doing that work in first blood in her name, and Alpha Jake duality out as well. So 2 kills already in the first 2 matches of the game for the side of eliminators.
That was a brilliant move because right now in the tournaments, whoever gets the early game aggro, whoever they gets the early game lead, they have that early game potential, and at the same time, eliminators are making use of it so well. I mean, just look at that.
Agree, the Eternal Guard has been used up, and Zushin is doing a really great job with the Lantern Flare, and Alpha will be taking the Hilda out as well. Crimson Beacon gets used up, and RE low, but they will be escaping with 2 more members on their side, but Gatot will be falling in the hands of Granger right there.
And that was maybe chosen thought that the rest of the team will follow up, but unfortunately he was in a pretty low HP. Maybe that was a misdirected ult, could have just saved his life at that point. So I think it was a casualty which could have been avoided, but look at Bid.
Agreed. I mean, Hilda, she is doing that aggression that she is, known for. And Zuhi, she was kind of, against her odds, like 2 versus 1. But still, Alpha going in for Hilda with his pair of Alpha connecting, and Hilda will be falling again in the hands of Alpha right there. So far, they are not, quite overextending or committing too much and trying to play safe, but also secure their objectives and kills in whenever moments they find.
Been through like 3 minutes into the game, 5 kills in the hands of Team Eliminators right now with the 3k goal lead. I mean, look at them doing so much better. So Moon especially capitalizing on all the kills he can get. Alright, look at this early game aggro is working out so well for them. I mean, just look at him, 2.9k gold, even has the War Axe built already.
However, in the top lane, Duality will be getting down in the hands of Alpha yet again, but Granger will be dealing that shutdown onto Alpha, and that was kind of what to say, great mark coming in from Granger. And Gatot he is also quite low, but the cheese is still there. CC trying to go for the Khalid, and Gatot the Revitalize has been popped out as well, but not not any more of an engage because they have used almost all of their resources, and since it's the early game, you would not want to really overcommit in anything.
Mitchell bid already with the anti-heal. No wonder Hilda kind of weak, even though it is the early game. But right now, definitely Sarah Moon giving down that shutdown was something which they really wanted to happen there. And right now, contending for the turtle.
Yeah, agreed. And a fight is breaking out with Raging Sandstorm hitting right. Oh, Alpha gets that turtle away in front of Red Green actually with the help of his Spare of Alpha and Retry Game as well. But off camera kill, Granger will be getting his hands on Bruno, and Team Zohan they are forced to back down. for because of the pursuit of team eliminators, and Granger taking his sweet time, maybe about to pop out a top lane turret. However, still keeping his distance from any more pursuit towards him.
I mean, true. And with that, I think Eliminators are trying to just bait out everything. Something I love. The flicker has been used up.
Okay, another fight coming in. AOG connecting onto one person, and Revitalize has been popped out for Hilda as well. But the Eternal Guard will be saving Hilda, and while on the backline, look at TZ escaping that massacre coming on towards herself, and Vixana dare to save her yet again. So it's just baiting. They're just baiting each other's skills and ults out to maybe try and get another opportunity, but Spell probably connecting onto Prime, and Zushin from backline with her Lantern Flare and Crimson Beacon onto Granger, and Granger will be falling down. So Granger, he kind of made a mistake by not watching his back, and it led to his demise right there.
I mean, true. And at the same time, I really love how Team Zohan, they're trying to capitalize on the macro, even though they're losing it on the micro. But here comes the conceal. I think CC will not be able to see the next day. Oh, but unfortunately, the ultimate just misses it out, and CC was actually able to escape. And with that, 6 minutes into the game, Eliminator is actually on the upper hand, but the macro also looks to be almost equal at this point. The second turtle of the game coming in. Both the teams looking for the competition, looking for the control over the river area right now. And that's Ramun once again grabbing onto that turtle Zebo.
Yep, I mean, Team Zohan, they are kind of forced to play a little defensively because they are, having that goal. ET is having that goal lead, but the Sparrow Bubble will be used up just to get away, and another kill on Duality by Alpha right there. However, Vixana will be taking his hands on Gatot Kacha, and it was kind of a what to say, great, not that great, but still a small trade for the side of Team Zohan that they at least were able to take out one person. So it kind of just adds up to maybe they'll have a bit more how to say, still in the game, but again, Arch will be falling in because of his overextension quite a bit. So far, I guess both the teams are doing still fine in their own way.
I mean, yep, that team fight right there, it was pretty good. Really loved how the Yo-Yo Blitz connected onto the Alpha, and he wasn't able to escape, but then again, the Revitalize popping up at the nick of time from Chosen, doing an amazing job with those heals, the amazing job with the baiting out. And in this space, just look at the Conceal coming in once again, and Art really knows whom to choose.
Agreed. And they are maintaining their the distance against that lantern flare that Bit is providing, and just trying to take their steps cautiously, because if you get caught in that, then you'll just get dragged in, and you might just be ending up dead.
Yep, and with that, 8 minutes into the game, the 27k gold in the hands of Team Eliminators right now, the 5k gold lead, almost doing a pretty well job, and it might be the first lot of the game, so it might be an easy lot for them. But then again, at the same time, we do see Fate. We just look at him, he has been slowly farming up. He has his equipments right there, 2 equipments already, and if he's not shut down soon enough, he might be in trouble.
Yep, load in the hands of Team Eliminators, and Gadot Kacha will be going onto the backline but not connecting his AOG. However, Vixana is still, if they were on her pursuit, but she will be getting away with a flicker spare of Alpha, but Granger will be taking the last hit of Alpha onto himself, and that's 2 people down for the side of Team Eliminators, as same as Zohan right there. However, Lord is still marching in through from the mid lane towards the side of Team Zohan, and look at Art's HP, he is quite low, and Prime, he takes that opportunity to take him out. The chase is still there, and Katatkacha will be the second one to fall down. Will Fate be able to get away? But no, never mind. Triple kill for Granger right there. Question is, will they go for more? Okay, they decide to back down and not overextend, as they are slowly but surely getting back right at the game.
Yep, and with that, that was kind of a throw. Shouldn't have gone in for that. But it was Savar Moon. He thought he might be able to take down Granger, but then again, this is the beauty of having a Granger. The range advantage this guy has. At the same time, he has a lot of equipment. I mean, 9 kills into his hands with the Sky Piercer. His damage is amazing.
Agreed. A five breaking out in the mid lane. Eternal Guard has been used up, and he is quite on to the middle, and he will be getting down despite his sand guard. But another one falling in, and that will be the Gacha for jumping right in the middle. So at this situation, I would just say Team Eliminators, they can just wait it out for a little bit, and maybe try to gank just one or two person who's just staying solo instead of going in together, or maybe wait out for their frontliners to exhaust all of the resources for the side of Team Zohan.
I mean, true, and right now, the lead, which was, definitely in the hands of Team Eliminators, have been taken back by Zohan. They are on the lead, the gold lead, which was favoring Eliminators right now, is 1k ahead for Zohan right now. And of course, it's all thanks to Prime, because the Granger been doing an amazing job. Those 3 kills, the triple kills, as well as those 2 kills in, when Art, as well as Sararmoon just dived down, gave away those kills to the Granger. Those shutdowns, something you really do not want to give, especially to the marksman.
Yep, however, the AOG won't be connecting her to anyone, and Team Zohan's duality will be falling in the hands of Alpha. So I guess Eliminators, they are kind of getting their momentum back again. However, Zohan is also strong, and 10 kills in the hands of Granger, and he just needs one more item to get full build, and he is already doing that much damage. If he stays in the back line, then he might just be able to pop out every member of Team Eliminators. However, Lord has spawned. It's the level 2 Luminous Lord, and we will be seeing a team fight right there. And Lord and Artie is quite low, but Sangard not enough to protect him from Granger, and he will be getting fallen down, but Bit will be taking his revenge and shut down for Granger right there. However, the Lord onto the hands of Fredrin, double kill for Bit right there, and another shutdown in the hands of Eliminators. So even if Team Zohan, they got the Lord, they lost 3 members. So it's kind of safe to say that this Lord will be wasted.
Oh well, true, and with that, I think that's too much far extension, but Alpha does have a lot of damage. Just look at him going in.
Yep, and duality falls in the hands of Alpha. Again, Landerflare doing his job and giving that double kill to Alpha. Granger, the one remaining right now, and he will just be staying inside his inhibitor turrets to protect his turrets from all the minions. However, Lord is still marching in towards the side of Eliminator. Since it's a level 2 Lord, it will still be a little harder, but they will be trying to get the stop the Lord in his tracks before he gets onto the inhibitors.
I mean, yep, and the key right here in the hands of Eliminators is to take down Prime, because when he was taken down, the rest of the members are pretty easy to be taken down because he is the main source of damage right now. Fredrin has a lot of tankiness, has a lot of... Okay, Saramon, I don't think so. That was a good place to go because, okay, the AOTG also dropping down, and one by one, people might go back, but then they know that they really need to play it safe right now because the side of Team Zohan does have Vexana, has a lot of CC. Of course, the taunt coming in from Dusty Mizo is also something which they cannot handle.
I definitely agree. And Khalid, I feel like he's kind of in a pickle, but Dusty Mizo will be getting taken down and has a Bruno right there with the help of Zushin, and Duality just getting off with that little of HP, and Revitalize helping him as well. But a double kill in the hands of Prime and Team ED, they are forced to get back inside their base. Now, the map control is in the hands of Team Zohan, and 3 people remaining to defend the base. However, the Spear of Alpha won't be connecting, and Art will be falling down in the hands of Prime again. So, if they do not get a hold on that Prime, then Prime will be the one getting dominating. He is actually dominating, and he will be more of a trouble if he does not get marked. But I feel like since it's already the late game, it will be hard to get a grasp on him.
I mean, yep, and just like I said, Prime is the key here if you manage to take him down. But then again, how is Team Eliminator supposed to do that? Because the taunts which are coming in from Dusty Mizo, so does the CC from Vexana. It is something which is like a wall for Eliminators right now. They cannot dive in back. The only hope maybe lies in the hands of Chosen, trying to mark down the Granger, but then again, Granger does have a lot of mobility, has the second skill, he can dodge it right away. Same goes for Art. Even if he is diving back, how is the rest of the team supposed to follow up?
Exactly, exactly. But AOG failing to get used defensively. But again, Hilda will be getting down. However, two of the members down for the side of Team Eliminators, and the fight is still going on. The Stimizo, he is quite low, but again, Alpha will be falling in, and Zushin only the one remaining alongside Fate, and they won't be able to do much. But again, Team Zone, they are also low. However, since they have kind of the advantage right now, they will be going for that lord.
That was a missed art, one raging sandstorm which was missed by art, and then it kind of changed the trajectory of that team fight. And with that, Zohan grabbing on to the next lord of the game, 16-minute lord. Okay, and why is ET just walking up right that in the face?
I would say I don't know if it's kind of like an overestimation for yourself, but again, Bit will be the one getting falling down. Double kill for Granger right there, and Prime. He is quite low, but will he be able to escape? He does escape. Well, okay, never mind. Triple kill for him with the help of Rhapsody and also the Dead Sonata to enhance his mobility there as well. So again, kind of a wrong move coming in from ET, and three people down while the Lord is marching in towards their base. Two people there to defend. Will they be able to defend? Is the question.
Well, Saramon is there. Okay, he manages to take down Duality, but I do not think so that they will be able to take it because it's chosen against the world and the Lord, and the base's HP will be marked down. And with that, the first game of today will be taken away by the side of Team Zohan. Over it, Game Zero.
Yep, I mean, early game eliminators, they were dominating, and from the mid, it was Zohan who started to dominate. I feel like Granger was not marked enough because he only has two deaths on himself and 20 kills out of 27 in total. He has 20 kills, so he was the major one carrying. But again, you cannot forget all the backups that his team provided. So Granger was a key point in getting that victory for Team Zohan this time.
I mean, of course, just look at him, 36% damage. Meanwhile, the team eliminators did a good job at with the damage. And I think Chosen, he should have. He was trying to save his teammates. He was missing out a lot of AOTGs. Maybe should have marked down Prime, and that's what was the Prime key here. But then somehow, one person taken down, then with the rest of the team falling like dominoes. That's not something you want. At the same time, Bruno is the only option left for Fate. Like 20% damage, his positioning was good, but then again those three crucial mistakes, like Sararmon dying in the bush. Like, why do you even go inside a bush without your tank checking it out? So yeah, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going in for a short break, but stay tuned because two matches are yet to be played, or maybe just one.
Yeah.
And good evening and welcome back everyone to Ground Championship. And this is the best of three between Team Eliminators and Team Zohunt with 1 point in the hands of Team Zohunt right now. It did an amazing job in the previous game, just grabbing on to all the mistakes which ET did and took the victory to their name. And with this is the second game, so this might be a clean sweep for Team Zohan, or will we see an epic comeback from the side of Team Eliminators? It's Let's just see what happens because I am excited to know the same. And this time with me, the casting desk, it is Sulski. So say hello, Sulski.
Now, why should I say hello? Namaskar, my lovely peoples. And yep, as our lovely co-casters here mentioned, that Johan just got 1 point in the last game. But you know what? I think they didn't get 1 point. ET handed them that 1 point. Went. I think that was a little bit of throw gameplay coming right away from ET. And I have just seen, I'm just noticing ET from various tournaments. They are, they start with a very good start. They just dominate the early game, or maybe the macro is on point. But whenever the lord fight is there, or whenever the little neutral objective fight is there, it is somehow messes up. Or maybe if you see, as shout out to Kronos for this one. Kronos have told me that ET doesn't know how to end the game, and we just saw in the last game also that there was slight, I would say, misplay coming from Alpha when he just died in the bush. Plus, as I was saying, that they handed 1 point to Zohan, and that's why they, the slight micro mistake in the late game costed them the previous game. But as we are here, it's a new game and a new start for both the teams. And we, I was talking a lot, but by the way, guys, the draft has been completed. So, gotta ask Asuya, what do you have to say about the draft so far? I mean, the banning phase.
I mean, it's kind of the same bands like the last game, but the new addition this time is the Phobis. So maybe Team Zuhan,
Granger.
they're planning to pick up a very mobile hero. And yes, just look at it. It will be Matilda right on spot, will be taken up. But then again, Granger has been banned two core laners from the side of Team Eliminators because, of course, Prime performed so well onto the Granger, has a lot of mobility. And I did see on the art, we do see that marksman is the key person you need to take down, especially in the late game team fights. But there was only Art who was marking down Prime. Rest of the team couldn't enter, and I think Chosen should have tried to mark Prime more with the AOTGs, but what's gone is gone. Right now, just look at those teams, those heroes which have been picked up. Solskjaer.
I mean, straight up right from the drafting phase, we are seeing okay Sun pick. People don't understand this pick. Okay, never mind. They were just teasing me. Okay, I just got teased around here. So yep, 30 for 30 is going for the high dose as an EXP laner. But now I was just saying that they are going for meta to meta counter picks. First the Matilda, and I would say not a counter picks Matilda, and coupling it with Hylos and this hero. I mean, say Alpha. It's going to be very difficult to melt them. Plus, we are in the second banning phase, and I am just seeing that there could be a possibility Zohan will ban a CC because that's the only EXP winner that can counter. I would say Hylos. I mean, not that's only, but you can also pick some other EXP winner also. I mean, the Gato is still open, but they're just marking down the gold lane now. ET just marking down the Prime. All right, Prime. He's a pretty much good gold laner. So far, they prioritize Sicilian over CC in the third pick, the side of Team Eliminators. And look at that CC ban coming right away. And so far, so forth. A drafting point of view, pretty much ET is on point. But I would say they will have a very much difficulty to counter these tanky heroes and the Plaza heal coming up from this Matilda. And so, Asuya, we are in the second drafting phase. So, what do you have to say about the bans and what will be the picking here?
Marksman is something which both the teams are missing, but three of the hot picks in the gold lane right now, Rita, Harith, as well as the Granger have been banned out. So I'm really curious as to what the teams will go for. I usually see Fade going in with the Bruno, but as we all know, he's been nerfed quite a lot, and you really need a lot of snowball, a lot of good early, as well as positioning to do something good with this marksman because the damage isn't enough. And the same thing happened in the last game because the revitalize which the EXPs and the tanky heroes have, that just gives back so much HP. But then it will be a carry. What do you think about this pick? Because we don't see her much often because I think she has lacks a bit of mobility, also the range.
I mean, that's kind of a gambling pick, I would say. They just waited for the last pick for a room. I mean, yeah, that would have been a gamble if Fate could just go for the last pick, but not unfortunately. But he isn't now not the last pick. The last pick is towards the art. So carry pick here. So I was just seeing the Sicilian is there. So carry is just kind of a weak against, I would say, long range marksman. So Claude, I would say, doesn't give any much challenge to carry in the late game, but in the early game, you gotta watch out for snowballing. Except the Farsa, I think carry will be safe in this match so far, so forth. But not the Farsa, but the Hylos. If Hylos jumped in front of the carry, I think, and plus the follow coming from the Farsa, I think it will be difficult for carry. But carry's teammate will not just stand around and watch their teammate die. So I would say it's going to be a very, very, I would say, equal match. But this chip pick in the last pick, and we know that art is known for is either the grok or the chip. So can we see that we will be seeing a new art form in this match, the match between Zohan versus Team Eliminators. This is game number 2, guys, of the best of 3 series. Zohan does the 1 pointer. Zohan has the chance to have that match pointer against ET, and will we see a clean sweep coming away from that Zohan, or will we see a retaliation coming from the Eliminators? It's just a matter of time. So, yep, as we speak of, we will be entering to the land of dawn, guys. Blue side it's going to be Zohan, red side it's going to be the Eliminators Crown Championship. It's the Smackdown night, and by the Smackdown I mean it's the Saturday night. So now I would have to ask you, Asuya, what do you think the both teams have there in mind in this early game?
Most of the tournaments, just like I mentioned before, that the early game, makes up too much, like gives a lot of advantage unless you end up making a lot of
Exactly.
mistakes. And that's what Eliminators, they had such a beautiful early, but right now bid looking really low. But then you will be able to just force up to recall. And with that, I would like to talk about, the aggro this time. It's not in the hands of anyone because Chip like has a lot of damage, but then again the sustain isn't enough. At the same time, I really love the mage matchup, and because Sicilian has a lot of damage potential, scales a lot towards the late game. But then, just like you mentioned, if the Hylos comes in with a glorious pathway, then Farsa with the feathered airstrike, she can zone out so much. She can zone out Pit, zone out all the damage dealers, and that's something Eliminators really need to be careful of because the CD as well as the damage coming from a Farsa, if she's not marked down, can be really really harmful in those team fights.
Yep, exactly. And now I would say there was a little bit of here than skirmish. Resources wise, I don't think so. Any spells has been used from both sides. And as far as I'm concerned, now I think they will focus. Both the teams are focusing on the EXP lane for the first gank of the game. 20 seconds for the first turtle. I would say the possibility of both of them dying is quite low because one is the Hylos, it is the massive horse, and one is the power of blindness, that's the Hilda. Both have plenty of heal and plus a revitalized combination. But look at the soul saver duality. I didn't count, but let's see. Spear of Alpha, and that will finish the job for that Suyu in the nick of time. There's turtle right there. That's a free turtle towards the team Zohan. Thus Team Izo. What a wonderful macro play and the micro play coming in from Thus Team Izo right there.
I mean, true, and look at our really low HP. The passive from Farsa being used up, but then again in the top lane, we do see a skirmish. The turtle has been traded out, but the revitalize coming in, and Hilda will be grabbing onto that kill with Sphere of Alpha once again, along with the better airstrike taking down Bid. This is what you really need to be careful of. The shortcut once again, I think a bad position, but then again, look at the assault coming in from ET.
Wait.
4 members versus 2, another kill taken away, and Fate will be taking down Dusty Mizo. Oh my god, and with that, Ramos still going in for more. He is hungry. Well, then it can make sense because it is a Matilda, doesn't have enough sustain in the early before she gets that flask of oasis. But look at the board
team
scale.
fight just... Yeah, oh my god, Claude, you gotta run away, brother. And now, you know what, as I was saying, that, that came out very wrong, by the way, guys. So, as I was saying, that team fight, I would say, could have been won by Team Zohan, but, the tables turned when the shortcut was there, right on the right point, at the right time. And there was Fate with his flicker. He used flicker to get 1 kill, and you need to have that micro level game sense to dominate your lane because it's just 4 minutes, approx 4 minutes into the game. It's actually 3:30 minutes into the game. So these small things adds up to big thing, and that big thing we can see which team will get advantage with that big thing. When a big thing I'm talking about is the goal lead and the neutral objectives. Don't think of anything else because guys. So uh, another second turtle is going to be a moment. I mean, the time is passing too fast in the game, but look at the Dusty Music positioning. That will be the guiding main from the duality. And I think duality was trying to go in and get someone with a circling eagle, but it was nobody was there on point. But now I would like to see some itemization right now
Oh,
because I think. Oh yeah, sorry, is something happening? Just kidding. So uh, the itemization part. Never mind. Look at the duality. Get shut down there, as that was too much of burst damage coming into the Suyu. There's a ring of punishment, but not enough damage, and plus this Farsa will have to go back. Now the second turtle will go towards the team ET.
I mean, once again, eliminators with the early game aggro definitely, dominating. But in this game, they really need to make sure not to make those, mistakes which they did in the previous game, which led to them throwing that game. But then again, I think Prime, because he did an amazing job in the previous game, so this time they're making sure to make. Here comes the blazing to it, the stun connecting. He's a really low HP, 1 HP, but it will be surrounded who will grabbing onto that kill. The fair airstrike stunning are Suyo, but then again the damage isn't enough because 4 members are right there. Art with the shortcut coming in. Will someone be joining in? Here comes Fade and the rest of the team still on the aggro. But then again, they might try to take away the jungle advantage which Alpha has right now. Meanwhile, in the top lane, I was just cross-cutting those lanes. So definitely ET once again on the aggressive right now, trying to trade it down. The macro also
Oh.
onto their hands. The first turret of the game will also be taken away by them.
Yep, and Chip also used Conceal to get that extra mobility to gank the mid lane. But look at that, there is that Farsa. Will catch his two people, but nobody holds there. It's a feather airstrike, but will be just cancelled away right to that. But look at the circling eagle right away, stunning two people. That's Spear of Alpha, blazing to it, connecting. Look at the Soul Saver to that Farsa. Farsa is alone, but that's enough heal to let the Farsa live for now. Duality still in corner. Mega kill coming in from the Suyu as the Hylos was not in a very good position right there. Everybody recalling there. Oh, that was a close call. That was a close bow coming in from Server Moon right there. But now I think that team fight will also be winning by the team ET right now. I think they're just here to wait for the game of the three as we are seeing the game. Look at that, that will be a too much damage. Duality will force
Okay.
back. Look at the alpha charge. Too much inside, right, Sarar.
Oh.
Don't go too deep, brother. You will pay the price for it. Look at that. That's shortcut. 30 for 30 will there. But look at that. Alpha will be getting down from that Hilda. Glorious Pathway will be used, but not enough resources to do anything with that Glorious Pathway. By the way, he will just go in and will come back. Look, what that was a very good disengage coming in from the side of Team Eliminators. They just saying that we got our kill, we will fall back for now, and the gold lead will increase to 3k, which is hovering
Oh.
towards the Team Eliminators.
Okay, I really thought that Farsa will be taken down, but then again, here comes the Matilda, here comes the mobility, here comes the shield, and she manages to recall. But then again, another turtle, like easy grab on the hands of Team ET. Here comes Duality, the Purify hasn't made it out. But right now, if you do see, Eliminators are sticking together, and Fate doing such an amazing job in this game. The damage is good from the carry, even though he just has 1 kill. But then that's what you really need in the 5v5. At the same time, Prime not having the prime time of his life right now. Here comes the blazing do it. Chosen right behind him will be just disengaging, and that's the best thing you would do. And then one more thing I really want to say here is that when Sarar, he is in the bush and he's waiting for someone to come down, trying to take someone down, that just gives me flashback of the previous game because that's something he was trying to do in the first game too. So maybe not do that because that might be the crucial mistake which could make them throw the game once again.
Exactly. But I think he was the alpha in the previous game, but now I think he has the mobility. And I would like to also talk about the itemization, but for now we can see a little bit of skirmish in the turtle area, not the turtle area, but the Lord area now. And that will be the shortcut right there, but all the 5 people are already in the top lane. Who will go back with the shortcut? Don't worry, I think that was a shortcut to nothing, by the way. So yeah, now I would like to talk about the itemization as you were seeing Clarity giving out the damage, even though she doesn't have the farm. But look at that, that's a glorious pathway in the mid lane. Too much of damage, that's a featherweight strike. Art is quite low, not enough resources to take down the yard. And Art will survive to see another, not the day, but another minute. But now I finally get to talk about the itemization. As you were saying, never mind. Look at the Hilda going in. Never mind, he was just teasing me. So Now, as you said, that carry was doesn't have enough farm, but now I think she will be getting his Trinity, even though she has the one kill. No, my bad, but you said she doesn't have the kill, but she has the farm. So yeah, she has the farm. Plus, look at the farm difference between both the marksmen. The Claude, he's doing pretty well. At least I would say he just trying to cope up with the enemy marksman that Seeker carry the Fate. Plus, look at the builds from both the marksmen. They both are going for Trinity. So I would say Prime will having a very tough time here because he has a sprint. He even doesn't even have the vengeance. But look at the blazing to it in the bottom lane, trying to bait out that, but the Fate is quite low. That was an attempt to defend that tier 2 turret in the bottom lane, but look at the Fate. Fate is quite low. He will be running for his life. Not enough. But a good zone coming in for that. Look at that in top lane. Dusty Mizo will have fall back with his pair of Alpha, but I think he is getting caught in a very bad position. Sanguine Claws there and will finish the job there. So yeah, now I'll give it to you, Asviya. What do you have to say?
Well, that was a pretty good Sanguine class coming in. Like, if you see, Art is making sure that this time Fate gets the opportunity, gets the time to deal out some damage, gets the zone to farm up, and here it goes once again. The Feather Airstrike coming in, but Lord, easy in the hands of Team Eliminators. Here comes the shortcut once again, but I think will not be much use. And 9 minutes into the game, the macro definitely in the hands of Team Eliminators. 2 turrets down from the bot, 1 from the top, and the mid still stands though. That is kind, but then again, the Lord is there. They might be able to take at least the first tier from the mid, and at the same time, right now, I do see Dusty Mizo kind of missing out on some of his spear of alphas. So maybe just wait out for your team. Wait out. Even Prime really needs to be in those team fights because his damage is good. But then again, he's always solo, getting marked down by Art as well as Fate. But the Circling Eagle coming in once again. But nothing much. They'll just be okay. Disengaging.
Duality. Duality just survives with a little slither of HP. But I love the positioning of the Feather Airstrike. She just defended her tier 2 mid lane. But look at the wave again coming. We can see they are defending the first Lord. Sanguine Claws to the 2 people. Not enough resources to take lanes. And for now, all the 3 lanes inhibitors will be up for now. And as far as I'm concerned with the first Lord objectives, if you get all the turrets except the inhibitor, I think you have done a good job. Plus, even if you have getting even the inhibitors, you have done a great job. And if only if you could have gotten the base, you have done an excellent job. But here you have done a good job. And why I'm talking about the jobs, look at the itemizations. So Alpha, he has the Sky Piercer, I would say, but I still think with the Sky Piercer, I don't think so he will be getting any benefits of it. But look at the conceal coming into the heart, and he will be using the shortcut duality. Sin or very good knock corner. Farsa will be using her bot form to escape from Sarar Moon. Look at that, that's a Feather Airstrike right away to zone out the people, circling Eagle to zone herself out. Duality will be getting a stun right from the heart. Chosen One will be using the power of fineness, and that's a good kill coming in from the Hilda and the Sicilian. Sanguine Claws bats impact plus the power of fineness, getting 2 kills in this team fight. What a team fight to do, and what a stylish way to end the team fight as well. And now ET is on a roll right now, so I would say they should just freeze the lanes and wait for the next shot. So Surya, what do you have to say about a team fight?
I mean, the shortcuts are definitely the things which are changing the entire face of the team fights. At the same time, the ET does have the aggro, has a lot of code, and of course, the bid, the Sanguine Claws, that's something they always need to look out for. But the Circling Eagle coming in once again, the sustain, is it enough right now in the hands of Team Zohan? Even though they do have the Hylos, but he's getting melted down thanks to the carry. At the same time, I really love how, when Hylos as well as their Matala is in the front line trying to zone away people, there is this Chosen as well as Art always from behind with the shortcuts trying to zone away the Farsa, trying to zone away Prime and taking those kills. So right now, the team fights definitely good in the hands of Team Eliminators. Just need to maintain the same, but okay, no one knows. Here comes once again Saramon into the bush, the Circling Eagle coming in, Chosen on the Sphere of Alpha, but the damage isn't enough. Here comes Art trying to dish out some damage. The shortcut has been used up. Here comes the Glorious Pathway.
No.
Okay, Art in a really low HP, the Blazing Do It coming in, and it will be Primo will be taking down Saramon, taking down the Matilda bid once again, taking the second kill, and Farsa is the only one remaining. They are trying to follow up behind. Saramon might go in, but no, it is Chosen right into the base. They do not even need the Lord Solski, as it is Farsa versus the world. Will she be able to defend?
I don't think so, but she will be using the flicker, and the base is wide open. And when the base is wide open, obviously they'll secure the kill also, wipe out for the team. The Eliminators just fight out Team Zohunt, and what a way to end this match because Eliminators has secured their revenge and will be getting 1 point, and 1 point is still there for Zohunt. That means this game will go towards the game number 3 as well. And what a team fight it was coming from the side of Team Eliminators. I just saw that in the last team fight, Sarah Moon just hunted out that Matilda so that she couldn't come into team fights, and without the Matilda, your Hylos will not be getting any more stuns. And I would like to say that in the last team fight, this Fate has that wind of nature, so that Prime's Blazing Duet couldn't do anything towards the 2 second mark of that wind chant, so that made enough time for the team eliminators to eliminate team Zohan. What a team fight that was. I mean, perfect execution. One was just zoning out the roamer of the team Zohan, and other four were just melting away the alpha. I would say carry was a perfect pick in that fourth slot of the side of team eliminators. What a game it was. But I think we will be going to the game number 3, guys. Until then, we will take a short break. I Soul Sky along with the Suya. We'll see you guys in just 2 minutes until either you make Maggie or either you drink your chips. Not drink chips, but eat chips, drink water, or drink something else. It's your choice. We'll see you after a short break. So I think, all right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for the game number 3 between Team Zohunt and the Eliminators. We just saw in the previous game that was a wonderful redemption coming away from the Team Eliminators, how they eliminated Team Zohunt in the game number 2 in just 10 minute 32-second mark. What a marvelous gameplay coming in from the side of Team Eliminators. But you guys will be thinking that I'm kind of a biased here, but I'm not, because Team Eliminators, I would say, in the previous game proved me wrong. Whatever I have said in the previous game, either that they know how to end the game, they know how to end the game. I think they played wonderfully well, and discipline was just on point. Most of the squads lack discipline. Whenever we see in the late game mark or the early game mark, they somehow get either one of the teammates get desperate for some kills, or they forget a little bit of macro discipline that they need in the late game or even the early game or the mid game. But previous game, ET was just on point. That was just like a cakewalk for them in the previous game to end the match against the team Zohant. But now we are here in the third match. Another match, a new start for both the teams. As this holds a match pointer for both the teams. We will just know in a few minutes that who here will get the win of the day of the best of three series. So my name is Soul Sky. I will be your caster for this match also. And guess what? Who will be joining by me? It's none other than the soothing voice queen Asuya. How are you? How are you?
Well, we're all good. We've been here since the first game, so yeah. And with that, I do see, just look at them, how the banning phase changes in each era. Like this time, it is Arhelda being banned out. Of course, in both the games she was picked up, she was a menace. Same goes for the Matala. Like she was giving survivability. Like when ET thought that just what it is, that's all that's needed for that kill. But then, of course, here comes the Matala with the guiding with the flask of voices, a lot of mobility onto their hands. And so many flex picks being banned out, a high loss is included along with the Hayabusa there. Makes sense. But what do you think would be the last two bans of the first phase Solskjaer? Because the marksman is something which is making the difference in both the games. First game it was the Granger, Prime on the Granger. Next game it was Fate doing such an amazing job. That combo of Art and Fate, always there with the damage.
I mean, as you said, marksman is. I would say that's a very good point to point out that marksman is making the difference in both the games. But I would still like to say that we are doing delaying our, I would say, respect towards the early game of the junglers. We saw Serrar Moon getting the snowball in the early game, and I think that paved the way for carry to actually get farmed up. Plus the chip shortcut was also there to get to let the carry has its first kill of the game, and that all small micro plays adds up to big thing. But now I think, and it's my own personal opinion, guys. They have done a pretty good, big mistake to give away this Prime, his Granger, plus the Dusty Mizo, his Joy. We are going to see one hell of a damage dance in this game. But look at that, to counter that, they will go for right away. The Sarar Moon will go for his Suyo, and chosen one will go for that Phobius for that anti-diving properties that he has. I don't know why people don't pick Phobius. He's just wonderfully experienced. I don't know why he's not just famous in the rank game also. Plus the bed with it with his mage, the Zushin. I mean, I would say that's a three meta pick right there, Asuya. What do you have to say? How we will counter it?
I think Joy can bust down a Suyo. Well, then again, Sarar Moon, it is Sarar Moon on the Suyo. He has um, that immune dash. So let's just see how he makes use of it, because Prime has the range advantage and someone is needed who can dive behind those line, take him down. At the same time, Joy is another menace, especially for Bit, because she has a lot of mobility, has diving potential, has a lot of burst. At the same time, when, just like I mentioned before, she's one of those assassins which you really, against whom you really need something who can hold her down. Maybe it's so, or maybe Franco or Belric. And I think a Fred could have worked out good here, especially to hold down our a Joy. Then again, let's just see how it works out, because Chosen is going in with a Phobius. And at the same time, once again, the main question here, I'm curious about is, will Art go in with the Joe, or will Art go in for our chip once again? Because that game changer pick is still open.
This time I would say Zohant has that last pick. So I would say Carmilla is still open. If Carmilla is open, I would say Chip can be a double-edged sword for this art. I mean, because after this drafting phase, they're going to be the first pick for the side of team Zohant, and the two picks right then after that will come to from the side of team Eliminators. So you gotta watch out for it, because art, if you go for chip, I think Carmilla is still open. If you go for Carmilla, I think that will be a very good choice. But how you will counter CC and Joy? You gotta have that stun, right? The instant stun. But I think Phobius will be enough if he joins the team fight. But for Phobius, I think that will be a kind of a little bit more pressure because he got to see the lane against CC. Plus, this Joy can be very naughty in the towards the backliner side. But look at that Khalid. Okay, this is going to be interesting to see this Khalid. If they pick, yep, he will be going for that Khalid, not the Hilda. Because Hilda against Sushin, I don't think so. It's a good choice. But Khalid against Sushin, I would say it's a okay choice. I would say a par to par level from both the sides. Either the Sushin and the Khalid. Okay, Asuya, I think he has heard you. If he just said that if my queen Asuya said me to play this chip, why not make my queen happy, and he will go for chip for you Asuya. So I think you will be very happy to see that. And now Duality has gone with that Khalid roam, so that's a free pick for the arts. And now the only mage is left. And for the mages part, Sicilian is banned, I would say. And for the side of team eliminators, okay, he just logged on to Vexana. He didn't even wait for me to discuss anything. So yeah, another draft has been completed. I will give my opinion later. What do you have to say about the drafting point of view? Who won the draft here?
Well, the early is definitely in the hands of Team Zohan right now because they have a CC as well as duality on the Khalid. Khalid, one of the most irritating picks in the early game because with the concussive blast and the first skill, he can dish out a lot of damage, has a lot of mobility with the sand walking potential he has. So, ET needs to, play it safe, make sure that they are not giving the snowball to Zohan because it is prime once again onto the Granger, the range advantage they have. And from the side of Team Eliminators, they did not have anything who could dive behind the lane. So Art needs to make sure that Prime is marked down, shut down, just like in the previous game. Because if this guy manages to farm up, he will be really, really hard to take down, and he might be the key point to victory right there, so to speak.
Exactly. And as we speak of, we will be entering again into the Ladom Dawn. This is the best of three match, and this is the third match between Team Eliminators and the Zohan. And third match means both the teams has that match pointer in their hand. And as you mentioned, Asuya, they just sensed it that Khalid is gonna come to the. And you know what? I'm quite pleasantly surprised that uh, even if I was there, I would just go for a gold lane standard rotation from the side of jungler, but instead he will go for the blue buff first instead of the red buff first. Plus, the Khalid sense that he will go for the blue buff first, and plus the art also sense that they will come towards the blue buff, and plus the Zushin was also there to zone away that duality. Wonderfully played by both the teams, but I would say the eliminators outsmarted the team zone right there with the macro play right there.
So, but just look at the zoning, the poking which is happening. Art in a really low HP. Okay, we'll be getting it back. We'll be still staying at the same time in the top lane. We do see Fate getting harassed. There are three people right there trying to shut him down because even Zohan realizes in the first game. But okay, it is the first blood already taken away. I know what they're trying to do. They're just trying to free up the XP lane so that it's easy for Chosen to rotate because he is a crucial member in those team fights. But then again, look at Fate getting harassed so badly. His lane is getting cut right there. And with that, Prime definitely on the gold lane right now, soaking up the gold from the tower. But then again, CC not having the best time of her life, because once again she will be giving out that blood. And I really appreciate how Fate is playing it safe. Meanwhile, the entire team is in the EXP.
I mean, nobody is there to choke down the Fate right there. And CC, I don't know why they're not focusing on the HP lane side. They try to get that slot first, but fails to do so. But again, look at the Dusty He's right on point. He will go. That's a good shot coming in from that Phobius. But that Tunnel Guard was also there. Khalid will get the kill of that Suyu along with the assist of Vexana. And Vexana is quite in very not good position right there. CC will join in. But look at the Blazing Duet right on point. Nusa is in danger and will get eliminated. Plus, the Khalid will also get eliminated from the side of Team Eliminators. They are on a roll right now. They just won that team fight, I would say, one-sidedly. What a team fight it was coming in from the side of Team Eliminators. Shortcut, OP, man.
I mean, true, and Prime not in a prime position right there. Manages to escape, but here comes the Lantern Flare. And I do not think, though, the stun connecting in once again, and Bid will be taking him down. Oh my god, they're shutting down Prime just like they should. At the same time, Saramoon, that turtle steal was so good. He used up that immune, but then again, it was the Khalid with the Raging Sandstorm taking him down. And as I speak, there is a team fight happening. Duality once again manages to just stand walk it away. But then there is the rest of the team for the help. So maybe just play it safe. At the same time, CC Just look at her. She got so much harassed in the early, but now she's not being able to complete whole lane against a Phoebus.
I mean, if you look at the itemization right there, I think Phobius, items doesn't matter, but see, in CC, you need a War Axe to, it deals a little bit of damage, plus the 2 damage is also there. So, okay, look at the shortcut in the top lane. Prime again will get caught off guard and will go down right there. I think he's just proving me wrong. I think I just said in the, in the starting of the game that. They are not doing a very good. They are doing a grave mistake. Team Telemeters is doing a grave mistake to give away Joy and the Granger to the first pick. But look at that, they just countered it very perfectly. I mean, that was unexpected by even for me that they will counter them so hard with this chip. I mean, chip. What are you made of? I mean, the art chip. I mean, yeah, art with the chip is purely artistic. You can see what a creative plays he just do. What a pinpoint shortcut he does with the positioning of the shortcut. It's just immaculate. But now the second turtle will be up. Less raging sandstorm. Nobody is there to help the Scully. Duality is quite low and will go down. What were you thinking? Your jungler was not there, but I think they were just trying to bait out some resources there. Will get the Joy, will get the red buff of the Suyu, and Suyu will get the red buff of the Joy. So, and now Prime, again not in a prime position as Suyu says. It's a chip with the Conceal Blazing Duet. Shortcut is there. Phobius will come along with Zushin. All 5 members in the top lane will finish the job. Look at the chosen one. He just misses his lift towards the bottom side, and bottom side is left alone. But look at that, not enough minion to take any benefit in the bottom lane side. So yeah, what do you have to say? I think Rapido just got cancelled for the Phobius right there. It was quite sad to see. But after ignoring that fact, what do you have to say about the team fight?
Giving art chip is always a risky move because he plays this hero so well. Like every time I've seen him play, he's pretty good at it. At the same time, giving bid to Zushin is another mistake which he shouldn't be making because he plays it so well, always on point. I mean, just look at the snowball which ET already has. Especially because Moon on the Suyo. Suyo is a hero who really needs that early game snowball, but then again, what is that? Don't get too much overextension because that might lead you to, throw the games like the first one. But I think ET knows that they're not diving in too deep. Then again, might be just try to push it from the bot lane because they definitely have the macro into the hands. They're not letting Ranger farm in this game. Just look at him, only has the Hunter Strike right now. Even look at Fate already moving up towards the second item right now. The damage is insane. Suyo has the snowball which he really needs, like 3 kills onto the Sky Piercer. He will be doing an amazing job.
Yep, exactly. And now, I mean, that was quite funny to see. I think I could have clipped that in the Phobius was waiting for his Rapido. But now, as you mentioned, but look at the bottom lane side again. The chip with the shortcut. CC not having a time of her life, but CC will get the kill of the art as he was just 2 inside a turret. Duality. What a wonderful stun coming in from the Phobius. Chosen one is on the roll. Demonic Force is there. Prime will give him a little bit of damage, but Prime with his not prime position will get down from that Fate, the Claude. And look at the mega kill coming in from the bed with his Lantern Flare. Not having a good time, Joy. Plus, look at the itemization from both the sides. Not enough items from the side of Team Zohunt, but that's a rush. Look at the rush coming from the Granger. He just bought his Malefic gun, not the Malefic Roar, plus that Hunter Strike to give away a little bit of damage, but I think still he needs a little bit, I would say, more physical damage to actually have that hurt kind of potential because the Team Eliminator is kind of I would say too much ahead on farm. Look at the farm difference. It's approximately 7k farm difference from Eliminator side because Eliminators are 7k ahead of Team Zohan. Look at the positioning of the art is going in and there's a flicker. Shortcut is here. Look at the Hola Cap 5 member right there. And look at that. Joy is not in a very good prime position. The team will go with the joyful beats with an upset face to the base side. And now we can see the bottom lane skirmish is happening. I mean, Flicker with a chip along. You have nowhere to run. Look at the 5 members right away in top lane. What a communication coming in from our Team Eliminators right there.
I mean, true, and with that Duality using up his ultimate just to escape away from Bid, that's how much damage this guy has right now. I mean, just look at him, Elegant Gem. And the Sky Piercer, yes, gone in for the kill, but okay, Sir Moon, that isn't something which you do. Wait for art to initiate. That's what I keep saying. And that's what led to the throw in the first game too. And with that, here comes the electrifying beat. The damage isn't enough. Even the buff was stolen away. And Eliminators on a rampage right now. 8 minutes into the game, 16 kills onto their hand. But then again, Prime is steadily farming up. Has the penetration item as the second because he also knows that the defense coming from the side of Team Eliminators is too much. The Dreadnought armor in the hands of Art right now, and Chosen just taking for that purple solo. But here he's trying to engage. Here comes the Yo-Yo Blitz, taking them together. Okay, the Flicker hasn't made it away, but that's something you really do not want to do. The Raging Sunstorm coming in, but still surviving. The Blazing Druid coming in, taking those 2 kills away. And with that, it might be a third kill, unless it will be CC who will be shutting him down. Oh my god, the shortcut coming in, but there is no one left. 3 members down, and Sarar, Moon, and Art are the only ones remaining. But here comes Dusty Meaton, really low HP, will be taken down from Sarar Moon, going in for Nusa. Will she be next on the chopping block? And yes, she will be. Here comes CC once again with the yo-yo connecting Art and Sarar Moon together, just like it should be.
I mean, oh, that it should be was okay. I'm not gonna say it in stream. Yep. So that so you just said, "Come here, Art. I have a gift for you, and take this Yo-Yo Blitz with me." So I mean, that was quite fun to see. But now the first Lord will go towards the side of Team Eliminators right there, and now Zushin, I would say, is having a very good time here because with that Sky Pierce, I think 5 kills. She just got Sky Pierce right now. I think she would be having approx 7 to, I would say, 7 stacks because she died one time, or maybe 17 stacks. So not the 17. I think maybe I'm having a little bit of calculation wrong here. Not the 17, but I would say approx around 12 to 13 stacks with the death count. I mean, I forgot. So let's just take the calculation later because that's the lane management. Look at the lane management. What a wonderful lane management. Team is trying to trying to defend the middle lane right there. Look at the positioning in the top lane. That's going to be the Eternal Guard from the Vexana, but it's a Raging Sandstorm. But look at this shutdown coming from that bid, and Phobius will finish it off to that Khalid, and still Khalid. Okay, Phobius will get down from that Prime. Prime is not a very good position. Blazing Duet was there, and Prime will survive from the Blazing Duet. Cho will not a Cho, but a Cloud will have to fall for now. And I would say that was a successful push as well as successful defense coming from the side of Zohunt as well as from the Eliminators as well. So Asuya, what do you have to say?
One crucial mistake from the part of Zohunt is like just like you mentioned, if they would have left the last pick for the roamer because they took up Khalid and that it gave a free mind to Art. Like they won't be picking up Carmela now, so just go in for the chip. Yeah, a free easy ticket. At the same time, not banning him it out. And at the same time, why did he even pick up a Khalid? Because if you do see when he uses up his second skill, Bovis chosen just waits for Khalid to use up that heal and just wraps it with the knockup coming from the second skill. And that's how I think Bovis is a perfect counter for the Khalid because not only he does have a damage, but wait a second, here comes the shortcut and Prime once again being mocked down by that beautiful shortcut. And with that, the rest of the team trying to retreat, but the Lantern player has something else to say. And with that, Prime getting marked down again and again, that's something Zohan should not afford losing your marksman because he's the only late game damage you have right now. Dusty Mizo is not getting the opportunity to dive in, take down Bid, dive in, take down Cloud because both of them have a lot of mobility. At the same time, the stance from Sarar Moon as well as the Art. Also, they need to be careful of the Phobius, but here comes the team fight once again. Look at the damage coming in, and while he's trying to heal it up, but okay, the base is being marked down, and okay, it will be a victory for Team Eliminators. Oh my god, what a comeback.
I mean, that was wonderfully done by the Team Eliminators. Zone Bid just never, not even one person could come near to defend their base because there was Bid who was zoning them out with his Lantern Flare. Wonderfully done by Team Eliminators. What a game it was. They just shut down. They just shut the Team Zohan down with the immaculate game sense. Plus, I love the fact how they countered this Joy cringe combo. Chip, he was. I mean, who? Oh my god! I need someone to have. I mean, I think we all should have a tank like Art because it was so artistic to see his chip just paved the way for every kill. For every kill, he was there. The chip. Look at the team fight participation, 65%. That's the highest from his teams. I mean, I think there's a saying in this ML community that the real MVP is your roamer, and we can see why, because every team fight Chip was there. He initiated every bits, not every bits, most bits of the team fight. What a what a player! I mean, people would say that I'm being biased, but that's how he played so immaculately well in this. I would say in this game, Sup- superb coming from the side of Team Elementals. Unfortunately, Team Zohan will have to face loss here and will lose the best of three series against Team Eliminators. But I think they gave out a good fight. But I think they were still lacking in some, I would say, macro. I would say macro and little bit of micro as well. So I think they will come back stronger, and we will see what the another game holds for us. So until then, I think Solskjaer along with Asuya. Asuya, you want to say something, or we should take a break right now?
Well, I know everyone is tired. We're all tired, so we will be going in for a short break. But
I'm not.
do stay tuned because it's once again eliminators going up in
Step
the next
Bros.
best of three.
Yep, and they will be going against Step Bros. As thank you Asuya for thank you Asuya for giving us such a beautiful casting as well. So see you guys in the next match. Till then, please like, share, subscribe the stream, and look at the description box. Also, you will find our links there. So join the community as well. We'll see you guys in the next match. Until then, tata, bye bye. Just 2 minutes, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Crown Championship. And the Swiss rounds are going on right now. And we are on the third day of the Swiss series. So we are left with our top five or super five teams, you could say. And for this match, I mean, the last match for tonight
Butterfly is
is
born
between
by wish.
ET and Step Bros.
MOBA
So
Legend.
on the caster decks, I'm your caster burger. With me, I do have none other than my bro, J for Justin. So, Justin, do take the lead.
Time to drop the
Yo,
beat.
what's up, Burger? Thanks for the welcome. And today we got to see ET work, but I'm not seeing Crisis here. I guess they have changed the lineup a bit. But yeah, I'm really excited how they performed it. But so far, we're gonna see two hypers getting banned from the side of Eliminators, and the utility mage that is the Juxian is getting banned from Step Bros. So far, decent bans coming in from both of the teams. But let's see what will be the further bans though. Any guess, Burger?
I mean, looking at the position getting banned out, I mean, Hylos is open, Khalid is open, a lot of things are open, but then they would go for this annoying fighter, which is Phobius. I mean, is a lot annoying during those fights. So, yeah, banning him is a great deal, I would say, for Step Pros. Probably they're gonna pick some of the heroes which do have something to do with playing skills. So, let's just keep guessing. But then,
Hmm.
so directly looking at the Phobius ban team, ET does goes for the Harith ban, as you know it. For a Harith, Phobius is
Yeah.
a counterpart, and a Phobius being banned means obvious the team would go for a Harith.
And with that, the Suyu is getting banned. But Granger is open. Will Eliminators will take the chance and get the Granger on their side, and they will. Boom. When we all know how strong he is from mid to late game with the spike, and also the Harith is not there to counter him. So maybe Team Step Bros wanna lock the Irithel as soon as possible before they ban out in the other two bans. But so far, they will locking the Hilda as well as the Matilda to sustain in the fight. And the Sicilian and the Hylos getting locked instantly from the side of Eliminators. So far, decent bans coming in from both of the teams to have some late game potential in the mid lane as well as the gold lane. And a tanky sandbag to support them as well as to give some slow effect in the team fight. Decent draft so far. Let's see what will be the third pick of Sebros will be. I hope they go with an Irithel before it gets banned.
Yeah, I mean, true. They need an Irithil right now because the late game Irithil, you know it, man. The damage from that hero is literally high, and with that, Ely Hope does goes for an Irithil pick. And we are headed to the second banning phase of this first game. So what do you think? I mean, probably the hyper bans would be coming in from the side of Cerberus.
As well as the EXP ban, they don't want any kind of Khaled against the Hilda, I believe, because it's fixed that the Hilda is playing against an EXP laner, so they might be focusing. I'm not sure which XP laners for problems the Hilda much. I was about to say Badang, but I played with a Badang, and Hilda actually dominates against the Badang because she just regenerates SP, but also because with Thunderbolt stack, if it stacks up pretty nice, the button could be impactful as well. But so far, we're gonna see the Eve is getting locked by the side of Eliminators because we all know how strong she is with the real ball manipulation. Could be with the kill box strategy they might go for. They don't want any kind of those. And Sicilian, despite of the fact, also LTET might need some backline divers as well, as well, since we are seeing the Matilda is there because with the gilded wings, she can bring anyone to the backline of Eliminators, so they have to be a little bit careful about that.
I mean, that's really true. Matilda would be a lot annoying carrying her teammates to a guiding win, but then Sepros do go in with that Gatot Kachab, and I mean, most probably they have taken it for the Erithil's safety. I mean, AOG is kind of, I mean, the whole hero Gatot Kacha is kind of an enemy towards most of the marksmen. He can literally 1v1 them with some of the his fellows tanks, like I would say Balric. He's also really good counters against most of the marksmen. But uh, let's see what ban. Okay, Alpha has been also banned out. Obvious reasons. Hylos does gets melted away by an Alpha because of his true damage. So yeah, banning him out is a really great choice. I mean, if at this point, Step Bros do have a really aggressive draft so far, and having an alpha to adding an alpha to it make it more aggressive, and I mean
Mhm.
probably hard to resist at a defense line. So yeah, banning out him is a great choice.
And with that, the Valentina will be locked from the side of Step Bros to copy the, I believe the glorious pathway of the Hylos to be more impactful. But also, like you mentioned, the Alpha could have added cherry to the cake of Step Bros because of the Matilda as well as the aggressive Hilda in the team. So
Yeah,
definitely great band to be honest. But still, the Fredrin is there. I'm seeing people are using the Fredrin a lot, and this draft, I mean, oh, look at that. Sarah Moon already touching that Fredrin. He might be wanna combo with that Hylos, it seems. So that, or maybe it's a strategy there so that the um, team Step Bros doesn't get the Fredrin before the Matilda. And with that, are they going for a Batang? Oh, they might be because the Hilda for okay okay, they might be sending the Hylos to the exp lane against the Hilda, and Art is going with the chip as a Roma. So far the draft is already clear, guys. Let's see what will be the last pick of Step Bros will be.
I mean they would like to go for an EXP or a tank. Yeah, it would be an EXP as Helda would be a great tank in invading buffs. But then as ET have gone with a fighter tank. I mean, Fredrin, he is a lot of bit tanky, so she needs to be careful while invading. But then Lucas, as a hyper right now, would be doing very much good. Okay, oh, so sorry, I forgot about the Mathella. She would be Saroma here. Sorry. Hela would be going EXP. So I guess Hopeless Retry would be having a fun time into the late game, but then till then he needs to wait onto those team fights because I mean, Fredrin would be giving a lot of taunts to this guy.
That's right. I mean, he's pretty strong. I'm thinking about to spam him myself to rank up, I guess. But let's see if it works out or not. But so far, looking at the draft, both of the teams are going with decent drafts. I mean, I'm not sure about the Lucas Montella comp because I haven't experienced it. But so far, I have seen the Hylos Fredrin comp, so I will go with the Illuminator's draft. But with that, guys, we are back into the Land of Dawn, and this is Crown Championship. And let's see which of these two teams will get the victory in this Super 5 stage. And it is Mijay for Justin on the casting tank, along with Burger giving you the action for this one.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Both of the junglers are getting really good support as teams do want to get their hypers as level 4 as quick as possible because it would help them a lot in, conquering those small quests and all. So, why not? And small quest will make you, take you to the path of victory. But for now, Fredrin kinds of look in a mood to contest the Letho.
Okay, no way. First blood coming in from Step Bros already into Art. He was a little bit too aggressive and maybe underestimated the damage of Valentina, and with that, he will be taken down as well as the Matilda, to be honest. But so far, rotation. They might be trying to get the buff of the Fredrin maybe, but he's seeing a different kind of rotation. He just went for the camp there instead of the buff. I mean, that's a really unique rotation, I would say, because that totally denied the invasion of Step Bros there.
Yeah, I mean that's a really smart move because if they go for the main buff, Step Bros would be directly diving into the buff, and there's a chance the buff could have been stolen by Hopeless Retry. So he played it safe and smart at the same time. I mean leveling up and protecting a buff at the same time without doing much is a great comp.
Yeah, totally agree to that. And with that, Hilda is kind of bullying this Hylos, it seems, and also they are getting ready for the turtle. So Hylos maybe, oh, he already popped the revitalize to get ready. Chosen one no wants to be the chosen one in this fight, and with that they are already giving the vision of the turtle. And oh, look at that, Hilda is going with the damage. Oh no, it is Hiroshi. Yeah, it is the Hilda, and already made the hyper pretty low, and this will give the Lucas a chance to stay ahead of the Fredrin to get the turtle for their team.
Yeah.
But so far, look at that. The portal has been opened. Hiroshi is there, but no, Irathil is there with that blast of the ultimate. Will make sure bait goes down, and with that, turtle has been secured. No way, Fredrin is pretty low. Glorious pathway has been popped, but it will be not much of a worthy. Oh, it was a Valentina glorious pathway, and with that, 4 for 0 trade for both of the teams, as well as a turtle will be secured by Step Bros. Great lead in the starting of the game.
I mean, at the starting, we both were not really sure with the Lucas going on to the hyper position, but then it seems it is working for Stebros right now as the mage. He is providing with such good ultimates, copied ultimates, I would say. So, is really turning out.
Yep, it worked pretty well, but also Sarah Moon have to be a little bit more careful with the rotations. I mean, he is getting poked out by that Hilda, which is disrupting his rotation and the plans in his mind. And with that, so far they might be trying to get some lead. I guess this is the time Step Bros should play a little bit more aggressive, but also they now don't want to risk the lead they have in their hand, and they knows the Irithel will be dealing a lot of damage as well, but also they have to be more careful about the Granger too. And look at that, they are already planning a gank to into this Irithel, it looks like, and that Sonata will make sure her vision has been popped.
I mean, yeah, but then looking at those fights, Ilu would try to step into the team fights, being the last second rescue for Hope. But then, I mean, let's see. He also trying to set up bid. Look at the damage coming in from that Shadow Strike.
Mm-hmm. And also, oh, portal has been opened in the top lane, it seems, but it will be the Helda trying to run. But Glorious Pathway has been popped along with a great follow-up of the Granger as well as the Sicilian. Will make sure Hilda goes down in the fight, but they are not stopping there. Okay, Lucas will take out double kill into the back line. That's not really looking good. And they are marching. They want more. They want more blood of eliminators. And with that, Chosen one has been taken down. Triple kill of the Lucas again, and they are squeezing out the resources now. So far, great initiation coming in from Team Step Bros, I guess. Oh, retribution? Did he miss it? Yup, I guess so. And with that, great retribution skills of Sarah Moon has been displayed. Let's see who gets the turtle.
I mean, it could be a bait of retribution from Hopeless Retry, as the turtle as up would be securing the turtle for himself, and he does it very successfully. And Hilda constantly going and poking the opponents right now. And Faith did back off. Yeah.
So far, they are performing pretty good. And look at that, Fate. He is barely scratching this Hilda. He's just scratching the Hilda for no reason. But yeah, Team Step Bros, they are looking for a fight, it seems. And because the MM is kind of deep, they have switched their lanes because I guess they want something more out from this Hylos lane maybe. But so far, the turtle is not there. So let's see which of these two teams will initiate a fight and what happens to them. But so far, would you like to give an explanation to the items though?
I mean, for the item box, okay, Granger does have the Hunter Strike as well as the Sky Piercer, but then we can see a gang coming.
No way, Hiroshi, he is getting melted. He's trying to sustain the fight. Impressive Wrath has been popped, but Granger will be the one securing a kill there. But look at that, there comes the reply, but no way. Again, another kill coming in for the Fred Rain. No, they are fighting back. Sicilian with a kill. 3 kills already, and it will be the Valentina again. Eliminators surely fighting back with a great comeback, it seems. And let's see if Step Bros will be continuing to keep their farm or not. But since the Irithel is there with no death so far, but they will not engage. Okay, so far looking good for both of the teams though.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed or not, it was a really funny moment caught up. I mean, Mathilda just pressed in a guiding wind, then she went through the portal, and I don't know from where the portal opened up. Hopeless Retry flew from, I don't know where, probably from the mid lane to the bot lane, I mean, itself,
Wow.
not from the portal, but it was really funny to watch.
Definitely, I have missed it, but okay, let's see what happens next. The Irithel is trying to get some objectives for their team, but no way. Conceal has been popped by the chip, and she is looking in trouble. Dude, the damage was there, but not enough to take him down, and Granger will be the one securing the kill. And with that, Lucas showing the retry power of himself. And where did he go? Portal has been popped, and he will be going to another place with the Sacred Beast mode. No way, Sarar Moon has been taken down in the fight. Great macros has been shown by Step Bros, it seems.
I mean, plus Retry is having too much damage right now. Even Sarah Moon is getting melted away for this instance, and I mean that's the power. I would say, you don't really underestimate a new coming hero, especially Lucas. I feel when he goes into that beast form, his skills do provide some visuals, kind of a one shot thing, but then really depends on, even if the opponents do have a lot of tanky heroes, he just melts them down.
And Hylos is a little bit deeper, but I guess they are not committing there. Both of the XP laners, but look at that, the burst of the Granger has been shown, but not enough. But look at that, no way, Irithel is using the ultimate to burst out the Hylos, and she will succeed into that. Chip is kind of deep, no way, Art, he's too deep, and with that, portal has been open, and all the members are there. Sarah Moon kind of low in HP, and Granger not have a lot of damage, sir. The Sacred Beast ultimate will make him pretty low, it seems. And so far, 2-for-0 trade for both the teams, it seems.
I mean, Chip ulting there with his portals was not very wise, I guess, because they already at that point lost a member. So then, again diving in for a fight is kind of reckless. That's why he also lost his life for that instant.
And with that, Art is looking for an engage with the help of the Sicilian, it seems. But the Sanguine Claw will be missed by a little bit of HP. But Elemental Lord is there. They might want to get it as soon as possible. But Lucas doesn't seem to be interested. He wants to take someone down before starting the Lord, and which is kind of a great decision, to be honest. But that Sonata will reveal the position of the enemy. So yeah, great plays from Fate as well in his place, and two EX players are there, but Chip is there to Avenger assemble, so he is not worried about that. But Hilda will also follow up with the Hylo, so both of the EXP laners are actually trying to push the opposite lane of the Lord.
Yeah, I mean, why not to get distracted? I mean, when your team is stalling your opponents, you do want to push in and get some new objectives for your team. But then for now, I guess somewhere or around.
No way. Wait, look at that. Portal has been opened, and Hilda is the one woman fighting the 5 people, and it will be the Granger that will get the kill. But let's see who gets the Lord. Oh no way, they tried to get back from the portal, but that didn't work out pretty well, and it will be Team Stebros who will get the first Elemental Lord. But look at the stun of the Ceramul. Will make sure that the Valentina goes down along with the follow-up of the Granger. He's showing the presence now. Look at that, triple kill coming in from the Granger. That's insane. They are doing a really nice comeback. But look at that, Hopeless Retry. He have something different in his mind.
I mean, yeah, Hopeless Retry. I don't know. He is probably waiting for someone right there. I mean, both of the teams. I mean, this engage from the side of ET was really lethal. To be faced by Stepbros, they almost got wiped out, except for Hopeless Retry because he was far away from the fight. So at this point, we know, Team EET do have the power to wipe out Stepbros, but then Lucas is required for Stepbros to sustain or deal damage, or at least to scare them away by his beast form.
That's right. But they have to be really careful for Fate because he have the purse they need in the team. But look at that, hey, it's pretty low. But no, really nice backline dive coming in from the Lucas. But Granger is still there to deal massive damage to the team. But look at that, the positioning of the Granger is really good. They are chasing off Step Bros there, and with that, they will be going back, it seems. But no, Fredrin is chasing. He is pretty bloodthirsty, it seems, and he is not in a mood to disengage anytime soon. But with that, they have to be a little bit more careful. They have to keep their discipline. They have to keep the calm, and with that, they will be retreating.
I mean, yeah, Sarah Moon at this point is literally very tanky right now, so he can engage a lot for real. And as having the support of a Granger and a Sicilian, I don't think so. The opponents would be charging in mindlessly too. But then we can see already, I guess, the positioning. I mean, positioning for the Lord fight is taking on 50 seconds, almost 40 seconds on the time on the clock to let the Lord spawn in. And this time, I feel the Lord would be kind of a not deciding, but then this Lord, whichever teams takes in,
No
which
way.
we
Very nice portal coming in from Art. Will make sure that Illy goes down. And also, the Granger has been zoned out by the Hilda, but that's not work for them because Sicilian is there to deal damage as well. And with that, oh look at that. The Fred Trade has been taken down by Lucas, it seems, but no, a legendary buy. The Granger is marching in front to chase out Sebros, and with that, they can easily take out the Lord, though. But no, the jungler is open. They will take out the tier 1 turret, and they are not stopping there. They will try to take out the inhibitor, but the best decision will be to go for the Lord at this moment. But nah, they are trying to take the top lane inhibitor, and with that, one of a great objective has been secured by eliminators, and they are marching towards the Lord.
I mean, yeah, now at this point, I don't feel so. I don't think so. They need to worry about the top lane, as they would have the super minions coming in from that lane. So it would be really easy. They don't need to rotate that much to the lane. But then let's see, the Lord is being taken by Faith and Bit.
Okay, Fate will be securing the Lord for himself, and let's see if the teams will do any kind of initiative. But it will be the best if they don't do right now, because they should let the Luminous Lord, because the Lord will be absolutely strong and they can march towards it. And along with the damage of the Granger, it would be really. I think the Granger has full build with full stacks of Sky Piercer. Like, what else do you need? But still, it's not enough damage to melt out the Hilda, though. She is really strong, especially when she's inside the bush. And with that, look at the Hylas. He's trying to sing the lane before the Lord comes. That's a really great decision coming in from him, though.
Yeah, I mean, pushing all the lanes together for. But now Sarah Moon trying to press in and take a fight onto the base.
And with that, the Lord is not looking pretty healthy though. But Chip, I don't see him doing any kind of engages so far. But look at the Lucas; he is not stopping there. And but he will be taken down by the Granger, it seems. And so far, one down, and it's 4 people still alive though. And look at the damage there. Sicilian as well as the Granger will make sure they will dominate the battlefield. And with that, Empress's Wrath has been powered, but not enough to take him down though. And with that, the Granger, the beast, the death of this match will get the victory for their team.
Victory!
I mean, great team synchronization from the side of ET. Uh, I mean, we thought Erythale would be hailing towards the late game, but then ET with his, I mean, yeah, ET with their faith and Sarah Moon and Art and Bit and Chosen One, they just really, went in really well. And I would say this was a really nice combination coming in from the side of eliminators.
Just right. I really thought like Step Bros will get the victory this time. Despite
Yeah,
of the fact like they had despite the fact eliminators does have I said like I did choose the draft of the eliminators, but still in the early game we saw how they were dominating, especially Step Bros. I thought it will really work it out, but definitely it was the Granger who did seem to be the game changer for this one though. But still, guys, with this, we will take a short break, and we'll bring you another match after some time.
Welcome back, guys, to the second game of the game between these two teams, Team ET and Team Stepbros. Team Stepbros are looking in a dire situation as the best of three round. They have lost a match from Team Eliminators, so they need to pace up in this match. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are in the Crown Championship Swiss rounds to the third day with me. I mean, all the caster decks. Your caster burger, and with me, I have my bro again, Justin. J for Justin, actually. So, Justin, do take the lead.
Okay, thanks for the welcome, bro. And with that, we're gonna see Chip is getting banned because last game, I think Step Bros think that it might be reason that the chip might be the reason in the hands of R that made the difference, but actually it was the Granger that they left it open, and also they don't want any kind of junglers. But Eliminators is just going with the previous bans only. The Fanny is getting banned. Maybe they will go with the Joy again. But so far, let's see what. Okay, it will be the Juxin that will be getting banned because she is strong as well. I mean, a really great utility mage. They don't want their frontliners to be getting picked off and getting thrown like a like anything. And with that, let's see what will be the third ban of Hey 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 will be.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Um, okay, they do ban it again. I mean, Hilda is getting banned up again from their side. So, I mean, they know the potential of this hero. Previously, they have used, and I mean, most of the damage from that Granger to the early game was kind of null voided by the health or the passive healing of the Hilda by staying in the bush. But then let's see what the last two bans coming in from these both teams to the first banning phase. Okay, they go and I mean this time they don't create. I mean make the mistake of leaving the Granger opened up for eliminators. They do ban in the Granger this time as well as ET banning down. Okay, what is it? The Harith. So yeah,
It's insane that the Team Step Bros have banned like almost three of the heroes that team. No, it's not three of the heroes. I believe it was the Hylos in the EXP, but so far they have banned out two of the heroes. But with that, Step Bros will be getting the Matilda because it seems like they are pretty confident that the Matilda is the one that will bring the changes. And with that, Chosen One again going with the Hylos in the EXP lane and as a flex pick, to be honest, because he is very he is a flexible hero. And let's see what will be the another pick. I mean, the if you talk about the gold lane, it's the Irithel, one of the meta MMs that is open. But let's see what they goes with though, because other things are open, but the Badang is there. They can use the Badang since the Hilda is gone, but they will be going for the Eve, it seems, on this one.
yeah. I mean this time you do have an Eve on your team, so would be a lot annoying with a rival manipulation. But then CC is getting locked out by Stepros, a really great EXP. Can counter most of the EXP laners uh, other to her, but then still you can't risk it out. So picking up the CC is required, and I mean her mobility is really great. The damage to and the regen would help Stepbros to sustain or initiate fights a lot.
That's right. I mean, in the current meta, like everyone likes to play tanky. XP and CC is the great answer to it. But it will be hey 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 that will be locking that Moscow, which has the potential to do split push as well as with the spear of destruction. He can come back to the fight anytime he wants, but he have to hit it though. But so far, let's see what will Team Eliminator's third pick will be because the Suyu is open and a lot of strong heroes are there though, but if you talk about the answer to the CC, I believe they might be going with a dragon or maybe oh, look at that, Irithel has been locked by Fate this time. And so far decent picks. They are trying to lock out the heroes they want before Team Step Bros bans it out on the ban phrase. And with that, look at that, they don't want Illu to combine Hopeless Retrieve with that Alpha Matilla, and they will be banning out the Alpha as well. And also Team Step Bros will be banning out the Suyu as well. So far great bans coming in from both the teams.
I mean, yeah, another Alpha and a Shoyu band coming in this match. I mean, and I guess Faith on to that Erithel is good. And as you mentioned, the aggressive combination of a Matilda and Alpha can really change up the game. And I mean, chosen one of the Hylos, I would say, mainly is really a big, I would say, food for an Alpha, because the true damage does belts him down. But the other picks that are getting banned is a Sicilian and a Hayabusa. I mean, Hayabusa could be a really great counter to Eve and Erithel, so banning him out is a prior. But then, let's see, Sedar Mood or the Joy would be dancing a lot through the map. And I would say the electrifying beats would be really annoying to the Moscow, and the mage would be, and the mage which would picked by Team Stebros.
They have the chance to go with the Fredra, and this is a really great chance. I hope they don't miss it though. Also, they are trying to get the Joy for their team. I mean, that's a really great choice because they can copy the Hylos all, they can copy the choice all, they can copy the real manipulation. So it will be a great pick as well with the mobility. Okay,
Yeah.
he is locking that Fred drain. I guess he heard me, I believe. But with that, he will be going with the far side. Seems to create some distance from the Joy. And also, if the Joy tries to catch the far side, the Fred drain is there to stop him. So far, a really nice draw coming in from Step Bro. So let's see what will be the final pick of Team Eliminators will be.
I mean, as you said, Joy would be kind of an hindrance for Fasa, but then Fredrin would try to stop her away. So that would be a really great combination, because at this point, Fasa is a really, I would say, fragile mage, and the damage of the electrifying beats is really high. 2 or 3 strikes would be enough to shut this mage down. But then you never know. Good positioning will help a lot, as well as the Fredrin is there too. But then ETR, do we will get to see? Yes, we will indeed get to see a Badang in action from art. So, do you think? I mean, Badang would work in this situation against the Fredrin?
I think it will because he with the first skill he can push away the Fredrin that was about to use the Empress's Red. Could be
Yeah.
useful to absolutely make it a waste, and the CC coming in from the Badang could be really helpful in the team fights, because if he goes with the support build and the Thunder Bell as well as the Oracle, he will have a lot of CDs in his second skill, and he can just stick that Fredrin and or any other hero he catches so far. So let's see, if we look at the emblem, it is okay. He's going with a tank emblem on the Batang with a Brave Smite and a CD reduction so far. Let's see how it works out for him though. I guess it's art on the Badang. Maybe he is planning to go with the Rome Badang. And with this, guys, we are back into the land of dawn, and this is none other than Crown Championship 2025. And guys, this is the top Super 5, and it is the best of 3 match between Step Bros versus Team Eliminators, and it is in the caster deck. It is me, J4 Justin, along with Burger, giving you the action for this one too.
And yeah, I mean, thank you for the intro again, Justin. So we can see, I mean, obviously, Art would need to go as a roamer, because Hylos is probably a lot beefy, a lot tanky, and can sustain a lot. But then, Team Eliminators would need a crowd controller. So I think Badang is a really good role for that, as as we have discussed. The fist win, the fist break, or the fist crack is a really lethal combo.
Mm-hmm. And Art is, he knows his potential. He's just going and poking those people, trying to create a havoc. But look at the Farsa, he already made the Eve pretty low with the pokes. But look at that, the great wall as well as the fist break coming in from the Batang to make the Ilu low and force out a flicker. Really nice resource waste. But look at that, the Spear of Misery. Moscow seems looks like he is a little bit in of a misery himself, but so far the Joy wants to do another dash, but no way. The son of the Farsa will make sure that the Joy stops in the place and makes her second skill go to a waste.
I mean, look at Chosen One is he's having a really hard time to face against the CC,
Mm-hmm.
and for this part, I feel Hylos should really get some support because Hylos would be needed with his you know level 4, and because he is a really great tank, so onto those team fights, on the turtle fights, he needs his level 4, his glorious path to be exact.
That's right. So I guess they are compensating the level gap with by the Farsa trading with the mid lane. But oh no way! The Fredrin got the turtle with that, and the Fredrin Aztec has been popped. The fight, Empress Wrath has been wasted. Circling Eagle has been popped, but Chosen One is tanky like anything. But no, it will be the Farsa that will secure. Real One Medicine has been popped, and Joy is going crazy. Will take out the Farsa fast, and the Electrifying Beats has been popped. But Fredrin is super tanky, and he will not get taken down. But so far, 1-for-1 trade for both of the teams, and along with that, Stepros will be the one getting the first turtle for this one.
I mean, as long as Badang's flicker is there, he would be doing a lot of crowd control plays, not just his flicker. I mean, if he's in a good position with his flicker, I mean, I think he would be creating a lot of opportunities for Team ET to get some kills.
That's absolutely true. And with that, look at the Joy is pretty looking confident, trying to squeeze out the farm as much as she can. And Moscow not aware of the fact that 4 men in the top lane, or maybe he knows, and that's why he's not coming out of the turret. And look at that, the Badang is pretty deep. Really nice circling eagle, and Spirit of Destruction did connect it, and it will be best if the Moscow doesn't go there, to be honest. But also, if you look at the EXP fights, both of them not. It is the Hylos who is getting zoned out by the CC, like you mentioned. And Art is pretty low, but he chose to not recall, it seems. Hopeless retreat? No way. Hopeless retreat. He's going a little bit deep, and with that, no buff, no blue buff for the Joy, it seems, because the retreat coming in from Sir Moon. Oh no, from Hopeless retreat was really on point, and he will make sure that the blue falls into his hand only.
I mean, yeah, at this point, he's having a fun time. I mean, Fredrin is having a fun time being beefy and doing much damage. And look at that Joy charging into that Elu. Elu looking really low, flickering out the way of Sailor Moon, or the situation would have gone a bit dire.
Okay, Spirit of Destruction did connected, and he did came. Look at that! Hiroshi is pretty deep, and Spirit Astrag will make sure CC goes down. Joy goes down in the fight, but Illu is looking pretty low, and the damage of the Irithel is there to zone everyone out. And look at that, CC is going down because of the Irithel chasing her. And with that, great team fight coming in for both the teams, 2-for-2 trades, and also, but the turtle will be secured by Step Bros in this one too.
I mean, look at the domination coming in, because they do have hopeless retreat. Such a good tank, and such a good sustainer, and he's on the I would say retribution role. So why not? And I mean, I guess though in the fight, Faith entry was quite late.
And Badang is really looking for a fight, but he's not getting anyone to catch. And with that, so if you look at the farm difference, it's just 1k. I mean, Eliminators can do it. It doesn't really matter, because last game it was like really bad score, but still they managed to do a comeback that was really with a really domination ending. But so far, let's see if they will be able to do it this time or not, or it will be the Step Bros that will be winning this match and challenging team Eliminators for a best of 3. But so far, let's see what happens.
And at this point, I mean, as he said, Sepros do need to pick up again, because previous match, as you told, ET were looking in a dire spot, but then the comeback from
nice turn coming in from the Fredrin along with the Federer S-Rag and Spirit of Destruction, it seems like it got missed, but Hopeless Retry is pretty low in HP, and Irithel is chasing him down and will make sure he goes down. Irithel is bloodthirsty at this point, but Moscow will be the one securing one by one objectives for his team though. But look at that, Hiroshi is pretty low, but oh no way, he got taken out anyway. Even the Gilded Wings was there, he got taken out anyway. But Farsa is the one along with Illu trying to defend the tier 1 mid lane.
I mean, great play from Eve, I would say, and Art. And as like we discussed, like Art is giving much of the crowd control needed to secure the kills for his team. And the turtle, is secured by
Oh no way!
Moon. And this time, yeah,
Federer Struck has been popped, and with that, they're trying to squeeze out some farm. Oh no way! Hiroshi is getting melted like anything. But Glorious Pathway has been popped to as a disengage, I believe. Okay, it did worked out though. But with that, no buff contest. So far, they will just return with the turtle they have gone. Eliminators, they are really disciplined.
I mean, at this point, they are just prioritizing their objectives right now. And that's a great move because if you
Oi.
go recklessly for kills, you would be losing a lot.
The console is used, but no way, Bradang is in trouble with the Federer Strike as well as the taunt of the Fred. Will make sure he goes down. It's Moon. He is trapped. Look at the taunt of the Fredrin. No way. Look at that. The Impressor Rod has been wasted, but no. The Flicker along with the Farsa is there to make sure he doesn't run away from the situation. And with that, Moscow is doing the pushing part, and Chosen One is getting melted out, and it will be the Matilda that will do the last hit to get the kill of the Hylos. And so far, Step Bros, they knows what they're doing. They're getting the objectives they need, and Federer Strike has been popped again, but it will be the Batang that will do the Chris crack along with the damage. But let's see. Oh, look at that kill box. The Eve trying to do some damage, but no way. The Retail have more damage and will make sure that Hiroshi goes down in the meanwhile.
I mean, Hiroshi probably didn't thought of Irithel or was a Fate popping up on the situation. But then, yeah, I would say Step Bros are doing really great in this match comparatively to the previous one because Moscow is split pushing and arriving to the fights very easily with his Spear of Destruction. So yeah, very good gameplay coming in from the side of Step Bros.
Right, they don't want to lose it 2-0. They want to challenge them for a best of one, and this is what makes these matches super hyped up, guys. And let's see if they will be contesting Lord or not. Art with a conceal plays. He haven't caught anyone with a conceal play though, but still Farsa is looking kind of deep in position. No vision. She went there to face check, and they have to pay the price for it. Eliminators will make sure the mage of Team Step Bros goes down, and they are outnumbered at this point, and they are trying to get the Lord, trying to take the advantage of the outnumbered. And look at the CC will connect two peoples there, and Fredrin is trying to deal a lot of CC as well. Real mission is there. Lord has been secured by the Joy. Vatang has been taken down, as well as the Moskov has been taken down by the Iritel. So far, 2-4, I believe, 1-for-1 trade for both the teams. And with that, the team Eliminators will get the first Elemental Lord.
Okay, Feather Asterisk Popman, I don't know for what reasons. Probably marking on the Natalia. We both can't see. But then that was probably a mistake. But then let's see, Sarah Moon trying to go for that CC, I believe, or trying to catch up a backline liner.
But no, they are going aggressive. Glorious Pathway has been popped. They are in a beast mode right now. They know what they are doing, and they already taken out the tier 2 turret. And Moscow is there to defend the tower passive, which is really nice for them. But Circling Eagle has been popped, and it will be cancelled again. They don't want to engage anytime soon. They want to defend this lord and get some items for the marksman. And also the bot lane, no way, the inhibitor turret passive has been popped. No way. Art, no, he missed the second skill, and he will be punished for that. The Federer has been popped to squeeze, to zone out the teammates of Eliminators, and it will be Art that will fall in this situation.
My man, he is being really reckless at this point. I mean, yeah, you can do a lot with this hero, but then obviously you don't need to underestimate him. Kind of you don't need to underestimate your opponents because they have been playing, a lot of matches too in such tournaments. So they kind of sometimes predict which move is gonna pull in, and sometimes with a conceal, you are sometimes visible. I mean, you can get predicted your move by your movements.
Yep, a little bit of camouflage effect, I would say, is there
Yeah.
to so that you get point out. But also even the Natalia guy, but in the previous Natalia, she's just invisible, like exclamation mark is there, and boom, you are in a terror. But also it has been fixed, guys, though. But Chosen, he has decided to fill recall and fill out the mana totally before any kind of fight, which is wise, I would say, and also a disciplined play. And the Moscow is trying to push the lane, so Chosen is there to defend it, and Joy is kind of in the middle of a fight, but no, the taunt of the Freddy was not enough. Grace Butler has been popped, but no one is really there, and Freddy has been popped. Art, no way, he used the first skill to cancel the Freddy airstrike. That's a really nice play. Real Impression has been popped. No way, Hopeless Freddy has been taken on in the fight. Oh, Irithel is going loud to take some kill. No, okay, she will be able to take a double kill in that. Moscow is going loud. Oh my god, the backdoor strategy is crazy. But no, he is trying to. A team eliminator is trying to take the inhibitor turret of the mid lane, but also Moscow did a really great job. Made a hole into the bot lane of team eliminators. So two inhibitors has been down. So let's see what happens next.
I mean, one of them is down to the top. You can say they are bot lane, and as well as I would say, elevated god mid for themselves. Lord has been started, and Saramun would be taking it for himself. And at this point, I guess Art is really ready with his conceal as well as the flicker. So their team should really gather up and set up a team fight.
Okay, Illu. He's kind of there, but also the CD of the Joy's ultimate is really low. He's just spamming it right and left wherever he get the chance and abusing the fact of the ultimate CD. And with that, the strong Lord, the Luminous Lord, is marching from the mid lane where they made a gap. But the MM is not there in the fight. The Lord is already in. They might be missing a lot because of that, and also the Lord is getting wasted or because of the play, I believe. But no way, Glorious Pathway has been popped to create some slow effect among them so that they can take the top lane inhibitor. But look at the Frederick strike has been popped. Will make sure they're zoned out. But Art, oh, with the fist crack trying to take out the Moscow, but he will be retreating from the situation. And look at that, they are not stopping there. They are trying to take out all the inhibitors, and they will succeed on that. There has been squeeze from all the sides of the minion, but no, they will hold back. They know they can't break through this comp, and they will play a little bit safe.
I mean, charging in recklessly is really, really bad choice. But the chosen one looks in danger. Picked
Okay,
out
no
one.
way. The Moskov is going for a bid. No, he will melt him out. Really nice play coming from him with the Spear of Destruction. And then Hiroshi, meanwhile, trying to melt down the situation. Art is doing crazy CC to Hopeless Retry, not letting him do anything. Empress's Red was really cool. Damn, great bonk coming in from him will make sure that Joyce goes down. Damn, man, that bonk was clippable, man. Someone clip it.
Yeah, you learn a lot, man. Just clip the fights from this match. You'll earn a lot. Posting on TikTok very real if you want, but then I feel Team ET and Step Bros. I mean, for this match, Step Bros are really competing out really loud and really hard for this match because you don't want to lose, and they obviously want the victory onto their side, so they are fighting in for another match to happen.
That's right. And let's see if Eliminators will do a clean sweep or not. But Step Bros, they are absolutely throwing everything in whatever they have, especially Hopeless Retry. That bonk was really absolutely nuts, man. Just make sure that just showed Sarah Moon his place there. He just showed that he is the dad, not like not metaphorically or poetically or rhetorically or theoretically. He's just that straight up that. And with that. But also Team Step Bros, all the crystal has been opened from all of the side, and Team Eliminators is taking the advantage of the fact that they can't come to a heads because they will be outnumbered in the fight. But still, Hopeless Retry taking some steps, but Art is there to zone them out. Meanwhile, okay, he's pretty deep it seems. No way, the CC of the Art is there to stop Hopeless Retry from getting close to the Lord. But with that, Blessed Pathway has been brought up to chase. Hey, he is looking not looking in a great shape, but the shield of the Matilda is protecting her. And with that, the CC of the Badang is there as well. Look at that. Sarah Moon is pretty deep. Electrifying Beats has been popped. Trying to catch someone. Real One Melvison has been popped. And Farsa has been taken out in the fight. And so far, they has been outnumbered 4-4-3 fights with a Lord coming in from the mid lane. Will Team Step Bros will be defended, but no way, Moon has been taken down it seems. Again, Art will be taken down because the damage of the Moskov has been starting to show up. And Hiroshi in kind of a deep position, and the damage of the Fate is trying to show up. No way, Princess Red will miss this time. And Legendary coming in from Fate. They will not lose. They are not losing it. They don't want to lose it. They have a front laner. They have two front laners. But no way Moscow will kill the Eve it seems. And it is the no way Irithel, the Wind of Nature has been popped, and with that Irithel has been taken out. Great plays coming in from the Moscow. What is these guys on steroid, man? Will chase out the chosen one with a triple kill. No way. Is the Sarah Moon last man standing? Will he be able to defend or not? That's a big question. Also, Art is there. Yep, definitely they will be able to defend. But with that, it is the Farsa that is defending the crystal of the base.
Yeah, I mean, Farsa being alone there is not a, I would say, really active job for her, because she needs to be present onto those lane fights because it's required. And look at that damage, Moscow. He's melting down the turrets really easily, but Team Step Bros would be stepping back as their whole composition is getting to life again. And I guess Farsa alone is not able to do that much.
Yeah, her life just became a misery, man. Just defending his lane, like he's like calling his teammates, "Stupid people, come and help me! I can't defend. I'm a mage, not a lane clear." And like with that, they have listened to it and they have recalled to help her. And but with that, Team Eliminators are back in shape again. They don't want to repeat the same mistake. They don't want to let the Moscow do the same plays again. He have used the Wind of Nature, so maybe it will be Fate who will be using the Wind of Nature this time. I believe he didn't had last time. So let's see what
Yeah.
happens in this one.
Mm, no, the Moscow is already with his Wind of Nature back again, as well as Tail with it. So it would be a really interesting fight coming on from both of the sides.
Okay, I'm really expecting to it, man. But also, Team Step Bros turrets are base crystal is absolutely exposed, and Team Eliminators is taking the advantage of the fact for the second time. And let's see what will happen on the next time. And look at that, Fantastic has been popped already. Beard is pretty low in HP, and you hope he has the immortality, but Freeze Crack has been popped to track him down. And with that, CC is really nice, and with that real one vibration will make sure the gold laner has been taken down in the fight. And no way, Hiroshi is not really looking good, but he will be using a defensive flicker to run out of the situation, but not enough because Sarah Moon will be the one that will chase her down and get the kill. And at this point, Hopeless Retry as well as Matilda and Farsa trying to get back and trying to defend the base if they can. But Hopeless Retry, no way. Great Frederizer coming in from the Farsa to make Team's Eliminator chase off from the situation, from getting the Hopeless Retry get killed, from Frederick getting killed. But also, let's look at the bot lane. The minions are there, but Frederick has been popped. No way, Fredrin is kind of in a tough position, but he will be going back inside. No, the base is going down. Eliminators is locking the base, and they will get the second win. This is a clean sweep for Team Step Bros, and Eliminators will get the victory for themselves.
I mean, a great showcase of game in between. I mean, Moscow already I mean, almost showed us a comeback, a hope for Step Bros to at least give another match, another life run to them. But then, as usual, ET became, you know, in full savage mode, specifically art, the positioning from Faith. I mean, and I guess the most insane part was, Ely jumping on with his spear of destruction to bed, then, as well as bed had it flicker on, so I mean, he could flicker it out and get saved. And meanwhile, I would say Team Step Bros, after the Moscow dived in, they also dived in very recklessly. So I feel team eliminators, they took an advantage of it and just wiped them out one by one.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I mean, also the Moscow, they took a lot of defensive item. To be honest, I mean, the Wind of Nature is there.
Yeah.
Again he took the immortality. Also the fact, also he went too close to the art, and the CC coming in from art didn't let him move a bit. And also the follow up of the Eve was there to take him down. And actually, it was the Moscow who was the game changer, who had the potential to do a comeback. But yeah, they made sure that the fact is down, and with that, Team Eliminators will take the victory for themselves to home. And with that, guys, I guess this is the last match for today. And with this, guys, we will be signing off. And yep, see you tomorrow, I believe. So do subscribe to the channel, to hit the like button, and we will see you soon. Good night.
Good night, guys.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away.